kind of effort are you giving?
Before any action or any inaction, ask yourself what I am doing, what I am about to do. Is it going to help me get where I am going? Is it going to make me stronger or weaker? Will it make me smarter or more skilled? Will this action move me toward the strategic long-term goals I am trying to achieve in my life?
You set out and you say you're gonna do something, do yourself a favor and don't lie to yourself. Because that is the worst thing that an individual can ever do. You think you lying to your peer. You think you lying to your teacher. You think you lying to your coach. At the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, you lying to you. You make your bed, you gotta lay in it.
I need you to be man enough, woman enough to look at your effort and asking, where can I push myself? Can I read more? Can I study more? If financially you're not where you want to be, before you quit, I want you to ask yourself, what more can I do with this job? What are the gaps? Where can I serve? Where can I give more? What can I do more? Where can I sacrifice more? I want you to give more, because listen to me very closely. You will never be let down. When you give more, you reap what you sow, you're going to get more. The more I practice, the more I study, the more I grind, the more magic happens.
It's way past hours right now. I can go home. Why am I sitting here? I'm sitting here because it's a workout. This is me at the gym. So you want to think of it like when you go to the gym, you're putting in work, you're building stamina. Because I'm challenging my mind to see the bigger picture, make connections, and to lock it in focus.
People that win in life, all they do is do the stuff that no one else wants to do. That's how they win. Losers do what they want to do. Winners do what they don't want to do. I don't want to be out here in the heat, but I know this. If I'm on my couch, I don't push myself on my couch. I don't learn how great I am on my couch.
How you do one thing is how you do everything. How hard do you work? What's your standard? How you hit that gym is how you're going to be as a man. How you study, how you prepare in school, you may think it doesn't affect how you're playing ball, it affects you. How you work out in the gym affects how you do your cardio, affects how you do in everything in your life. The way someone like you changes their career is you start thinking, I'm going to outwork everybody so that I begin to deserve stuff other people don't deserve. You get in that gym and crush it. You beat them before you get on the field. You outlift them. You out-diet them. You bust shirts when you're doing cardio. You do everything harder than them, and guess what? You're gonna get to have things everybody's not gonna get.
When you work your butt off, when you work on your dreams every single day, and you make them a reality, people will say you're just lucky. But the truth is, that luck you got is created in all the early mornings, late nights, working overtime, skipping parties, planning every day, focusing non-stop, putting in more effort than others are willing to, giving it everything you have. The harder you work, the luckier you get.
It's not about winning or losing. It's about the whole process.
And you get so caught up in the outcomes of everything you do that you forget what it's all about. It is practicing. It is eating right. It is training. It is putting in more reps than everyone else. It is grinding longer and getting up earlier than your competitors. Win or lose, you give every single day everything you have. You leave nothing on the table.
It is that process that shapes you and forms you into a beast.
And why so many of you lose is because you think grinding is what you do when the lights are on and it's game time. You think it's what you do when the sun comes up and everyone's eyes are on you. That's not the real grind. The real grind is what you do when nobody's watching, when nobody sees you, when you're running those extra miles, when you're doing those extra reps, when you're pushing yourself to do more than anybody expects of you. It is that level of effort that forms your greatness.
When you can force yourself to do shit that sucks every day of your life, you build mental toughness. When the alarm goes off in the morning, you get up. When you have a deadline for a project to be done, you make sure you get it done. When you know you gotta study, you start studying. That's how you callous your mind. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be hard, but at the end of all your suffering is the life you want. Embrace the suffering.
No one's coming to help you. It's you against you, period. The water's too cold, the sun's too hot, I'm getting up too early. Why am I doing this to myself? That's what the normal mind says. You gotta start training your mind to think about how the can get through this. Not giving yourself a way out. Creating a wall around all the ways out in your mind. So then your mind knows this is not going to give himself a way out of here.
Your new norm becomes getting up every damn morning at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and you suffer. You allow that to become your new lifestyle. Most people try to get away from that. They want the comfort, but you gotta separate yourself from the pack. You have to tell your brain, this is your new life. This is who you are. Your new norm is you wake up and you suffer.
When you do this consistently and it becomes your mentality, the that used to be hard becomes easy.
You must retrain your mind to think differently when you're in hell. When something sucks, good. It's gonna make me tougher. It's gonna strengthen my mind. And it's gonna lead to rare achievements. So bring it.
When you get to that point, that's when your mind changes. That's when your focus changes. Your dedication changes.
Use the time you have right now to strengthen your brain. Push yourself to do hard shit. Come out the other side of that challenge as a beast. You gotta start thinking to yourself, I'm the grittiest in the world, and I don't need shit to get this done. All I need is the ability to grind my ass off.
Greatness is not something that you have to meet once. It's something that you gotta meet thousands of times in your life. But you don't reach it if you're not continuously in constant pursuit of greatness.
Kobe Bryant never sat there and bragged about how many championships he won. No, he was always up at 3 o'clock in the morning, practicing every day. Why do you think he was so great? It's not just genetics or talent, it's his ability to force himself to execute, no matter what's going on.
So right now, this is the time to work. You better take the short time you have now and be the best that you can be.
No more waiting, no more procrastinating, no more excuses. We're gonna work! Because when you put in the work, you always get the same consequences. You get paid, you get rewarded.
People have this reoccurring nightmare that there's some thing, some force that's got a hold of them and it's holding them down and they can't break free. No matter what they do, they can't break free from that force. Well, I'm here to tell you that thing in your nightmare, that thing that's holding you back, that thing that's dragging you down, that thing is you.
There are two fundamental attitudes toward life and its sorrows. Those with the first attitude blame the world. Those with the second ask what they could do differently. It's much easier and much more gratifying to your basest desires to blame someone else for your misery.
You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. And that's the problem with some of you. You always want to blame other people. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts. No, we working out now. You need to tell you that you owe you something. Every day I demand more from myself than anybody else could humanly expect. I'm not competing with somebody else, I'm competing with what I'm capable of. My number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You gotta be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work, because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you. I value myself enough to give 120% or don't do it. There is no excuse for not living up to the fullest potential. No excuse. You walk out of this room, you owe yourself. I didn't get here making excuses. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day to become a victor and not a victim. Why? Because I owe it to myself. Can't nobody stop me but me.
The true measure of your character isn't taken when life is easy and all is going well, but rather at those moments when you're faced with trials and storms, when everything goes dark for you.
The thing is about darkness, though, is most people freak out when things get dark. When they're in the dark and can't see, they start panicking and don't know what to do or where to go.
But what you need to do is be willing to sit patiently in that darkness, assess what's happening, and become used to the challenge of that darkness. If you do that, your eyes will begin to adjust to the dark, and you will see exactly the way you should go to make progress.
You gotta become comfortable with the pain.
Stare it straight in the face. Don't run from it anymore. Stand still and let it run from you.
When things go wrong, when you run out of money, when things don't work out for you, when the people you care about leave you, what keeps you going?
If all you're doing it for is a house or a car, that can stop you. You'll give in so quickly. But when you're doing it because of something within you is burning to do it, when you're doing it for the people you love, when you're doing it for your family, when you're doing it for the pride of who you are, no mountain, no trial, no tribulation can stop you. You cannot be broken anymore.
Strength is easy when untested, but it's when adversity strikes, when you're hit hard by loss, ailment, injustice. It's in these times that your spirit is refined. No matter how rocky the path, it's nothing but a journey to a greater version of yourself. You can't reach new heights without the climb. You can't enjoy the sunshine without enduring the storm.
No one's coming to save you, but you can save yourself. You can pull yourself out of the sewer of life.
Anything you focus your mind on, you have the ability to change. You don't like the way your life is going, you're the only one who can change it. You don't have to be an alcoholic. You don't have to be a failure. You don't have to be anything you don't want to be. If you just decide within yourself to change your mind.
When it feels like everything is working against you, that is your greatest moment to show the whole world what you're capable of doing. This is the time you present your tenacity, your endurance, your strength to the world.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what position you're in. I don't care what it looks like to people. You can come back again. You're not done.
You gotta stand up for yourself. You may be embarrassed, but stand up. You may feel like crying, but stand up. You may feel like it's all over already, but stand up. You may not see a way out of all this mess, but stand up.
The more you fight, the more you keep coming back, the more you'll realize how much energy, how much resourcefulness, how much power you have left in you.
You don't judge your entire life based on your current circumstances. Your current circumstances are temporary. You will not be where you are now for the rest of your life. Things will get better, and you got to keep in the back of your mind at all times, no matter what I go through, I must not give up. Expect me to come back. I don't know how long it'll take, but expect me to come back. I don't know what I'll have to go through, but expect me to come back. I don't know what I'm going to lose along the way, but expect me to come back.
It's the chaos of the time that creates a conqueror in the person. Those exceptional people who are uncomfortable with what's happening to them and rise to the challenge because they refuse to allow the chaos around them to determine the conqueror within them. People who resist the toe to go down and stand fiercely in spite of opposition and say, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do you not know that where you are will pass? What you're worried about will pass. One day you're gonna look back and laugh at the thing that kept you up all night. One day you'll see that it was not nearly as major as you thought it was.
There's more in you right now than what's represented in your bank account. There's more in you right now that's being reflected by your life right now. Your life at this time isn't a true reflection of your potential.
You are a walking goldmine of talents, abilities, ideas. Do you ever dream of doing something like starting your own business? Mastering a skill? That's the real you knocking on the door of your mind, hinting that there's so much more to dig into. Your life right now might be on one level, but you've got so many more levels of potential stacked up inside you, ready to be unlocked.
You've got to be cautious and careful of the voice going on inside your head. You got to constantly monitor that internal dialogue. Whenever you feel a negative tone of voice playing in your head, I want you to shut it down and reinforce your brain with positivity, telling yourself, I got what it takes. Today is my day. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it. And nothing will stand in my way. I have enough power. I have enough persistence. I have enough perseverance to make it happen.
The things you're saying to yourself determine whether you win or lose. What you say to yourself has all the world to do with how far you can go. Your attitude determines your aptitude. What you feed your mind will either be the fuel for your success or the poison for your failure.
Your attitude attitude isn't just a small player in the game of life. It's the coach, the quarterback, and the crowd that's either cheering you on or booing you down, shaping how high you can climb or how flat you can fall.
If you believe you're a winner, your actions will align to that belief. If you tell yourself you can overcome, your brain starts working overtime to make that a reality. Where focus goes, energy flows. So if you're telling yourself that there is a way through this, you will look for solutions. But if you believe you're doomed, you'll only see roadblocks.
Every time you catch yourself slipping into negativity, shut that down. Replace I can't with I will, I might with I must, I hope with I know. Your words are a self-fulfilling prophecy, so speak victory, speak courage, speak success.
When life hits you, don't back down, buck back. Life's not always gonna go easy on you. It will strip you to your core and test you on every level. The amount of pressure it'll pile on you will try to destroy you. Do not allow that. This is no time to lose your head. This is no time to quit. This is no time to faint. This is no time to collapse. This is no time to give in.
Decide within you that I will get something out of this pain. I'm gonna push through it. I'm gonna push through when it gets tough. I'm gonna push through when I get tired. I'm gonna push through when it's not convenient. I'm gonna push through when my heart is broken. I'm gonna push through when I get rejected. I'm gonna push through when I'm broke. No matter what happens to me, I am going to push through it. That means that you might have been kicked, you might have been shoved, and might have been shot, but you're still standing, ready to fight whatever comes at you.
Getting successful, it's not a magic trick. You have a say-so in that. You can decide to be rich, but you first have to think it. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. You have to change this. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting. So if you're in a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else. It don't matter what your mama think. It don't matter what your coworkers think. It don't matter what your siblings think. It don't matter what your children think. It don't matter. They have nothing to do with it. This decision is yours and yours alone.
Never let anybody tell you that you can't.
A lot of time as a leader, a lot of time as a business builder, a lot of time as a craftsperson, we will have an idea for a business or a product where the rest of the world says that's impossible. And we have to be coming from a place from within where our I can is larger than our I can't. You absolutely must do the interior work required when you have these fiery levels of confidence where when the world is saying, you know what, I dismiss your vision. Well, that is impossible. You have to be that lone voice who goes, no, you know what? It is possible. And just watch me do it.
I am not going to allow anything to shake me. I'm not going to allow anything to stop me. I'm not going to allow anything to stop my happiness and my growth. You got to live beyond reality. Even before you do it, see yourself doing it. Even before you accomplish it, see yourself accomplishing it. Your perception is everything, not your circumstances, not your situation. It's how you see it. And if you can learn to see it correctly, if you can learn to just get past the pain, get past the little hurt, and if you can learn to see it properly, I guarantee you can be what you want to be. You can have what you want to have. You can do what you want to do.
Lou Gehrig played 2,130 straight games of baseball from 1925 to 1939.
All he did to become great was show up every single day. Do you think out of 2,130 games, he was never hurt? You think he was healthy every single game? You think he felt his best every single game? You think he didn't have no family problems in those 2,130 days, that just everything in his life was going great? Nope, but he made a commitment. Commitment means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you said in left.
Meaning when you don't feel like getting up in the morning, you get your butt up in the morning, you do what you said you were going to do anyway. Meaning when you don't feel like sacrificing, you get your butt up and you sacrifice anyway. Meaning when you don't feel like being dedicated to it, you stay your butt dedicated anyway because you understand what the process will go on to produce later on in your life.
Winners do consistently what amateurs do occasionally. Amateurs, the people that want to get big but never get big, or want to grow but never grow, the people that run their mouth yapping, jaw-jacking, they never seem to get what they want. It's because they're doing it occasionally. The winners out there, the top 1%'s the lions. You know what they're doing? They're doing it consistently. Greatness comes from doing mundane that average people can't keep doing. It's not all sexy and fired up. It's staying consistent, do what you need to do over and over and over and over.
I practice so much that when I get up and do the big gigs and stuff that count, I lick it. Why? Because I practice over and over and over and over and over. So when I get up there and do my thing, there's no errors because I've been so consistent that my body's like, boom, it's showtime. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And so if you would learn to be consistent, if you would learn to have a little consistency, that your momentum would kick in and take you to places you never thought you could go. We went from the backyard to the world. Why? Consistency. I need you to grind. Just be consistent. Wash the dishes and wash the dishes 100%. Mop the floor and mop it 100%. Go to work and do your work. Don't just go to work when you feel like it. Go to work every single day. Work on it every day. Even when you down and out. Even when you're not feeling it, still do it. Why? People who do stuff consistently and on time, they get the same consequences. They get paid. They get rewarded.
When you say you're gonna do something, you have to do it until you damn die. That's the secret. Every freaking day. Not some days, not 5 days a week, 7 days a week. The only people you know, and you know their names, are people that execute and that are consistent. People don't want to tell you the truth no more. They want to make you feel good. I don't care about making you feel good. I want to give you the truth. You don't train and get better? If you don't become a better version of yourself, guess what? Every single one of you are screwed.
Life does not reward people who wait to see what happens. What you put in, you will get out. Because you can think about it, you can wish for it, you can hope for it, you can think all about it all as long as you want. But unless you get out every single day and put in the work, inch by inch by inch, you will never get there. So while you sit there, start thinking that no one is going to put me. Start thinking that no one is going to throw me off course. Start thinking, I don't give the world a chance. I'm achieving a goal. Take pride in doing the hard nobody else will do. Take pride in working out in the elements when no one else is willing to do that. Take pride in doing the work that your coworkers won't do. Take pride in training yourself in ways that other people won't. Those are the people that win. Those are the people that run. It doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. It's hard. It takes a long time. That's not the old-fashioned way. That's not the hard way. That's not the more inconvenient way. It's not the long way. It's not the tough way. It's just a way. You're gonna have to earn it.
I will never quit. I will always be consistent. I will never slow down, and I will always come back. Nobody wants to stand in front of somebody that won't stop fighting. That's the dangerous power of an underdog.
Even though you get knocked down, you get back up, and you get back up, and you get back up, and you continue to against the wall. Because you believe in the purpose. You find value in it. It's the choices you make on every fucking rep. Every set. When the pain says hello, do you say goodbye? What are you doing? How bad do you want it? Or you already see yourself stronger from it before you enter it? Do you have the value and the vision up here before you apply the effort and the work in there? That notion, if you have that belief.
Your brain is being controlled every second of every day. The question is, are you controlling it, or is something else? What is enslaving you? What's trapping you? What's controlling your thoughts, your ideas? Is it the internet drawing you in and controlling your time? Is it numbing your brain and diminishing your desires? Are you proactively thinking about things? Because you should be. Don't get caught off guard. Think about what is going on. Because in this day and age, right now, if you aren't careful, you can slide down the path of least resistance, the path to weakness. Over time, it catches up. You end up out of shape, you end up broke, you ended up with wasted time and wasted life. Life will happen to you instead of life happening for you. Do not allow that. Just do not allow that. You have to take control. You got to do something to get control of your brain. Turn off that autopilot. Grab the wheel and steer your habits and your routines and steer your life in the direction you actually want to go. You need to audit yourself, but you need to do it with the truth. What are you doing right now? Are you not doing anything? Are you doing something stupid? Or are you making progress? What are you doing right now? You cannot lie to yourself, even in the littlest way. You gotta run the numbers. You gotta account for everything. If you tell yourself the truth, and the truth is, I'm not happy with where I'm at. The truth is, I can do more. The truth is, I can be in better shape. The truth is, I can work harder than I'm working right now. The truth is, I can do more for my family. The truth is, I can do much better than I'm doing right now. If that's the real truth, if that's what you believe, you won't have to find more discipline. Discipline will find you. It will wake you up in the morning.
One of the greatest disciplines that you can exercise is constantly training your brain to only focus on desirable outcomes. Where would you be in your business, your life, your health if you were only creating desirable outcomes?
You want to do big. Let me explain the difference between you and everyone else. Your plan and the discipline in which you enforce it in. If you're going to physically write out your plan and you're going to say, this is what I'm going to do now. You create a solid plan. When it gets uncomfortable, when the temptation to deviate comes in, to not trust the plan, you don't change. All you have to do is make a freaking plan and then not deviate from it. How many hours are you going to work? What's your energy going to be like? What is it going to look like every freaking day? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Most of you never get to the big compound effect of the hard work because you keep deviating from the freaking plan. You keep not showing up with the intensity in which you need to come with.
The secret is to make a plan, execute the plan, become obsessed with the plan, and make it your entire life from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed for 20 years. Successful people look at a huge project, a huge dream, a huge goal, and instead of cowering down and making excuses to why it can't be done, they make a plan. And they execute on that plan weekly, daily, hourly, 24/7, 365 until they get what they're after.
It's always a result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort.
You have to have stamina this year.
Because every time you stop, every time you start, every time you stop, every time you start, you're messing up your momentum. And so I want you to have the stamina, figure out what your pace is. Don't operate at anybody else's pace. Find your pace, and you stay at that pace.
One of the ways to be successful is to do it and do it every day and commit to every day. Whether you feel good or you don't feel good. Because success is not a feeling. I'm just saying, whatever you do, be on time and be consistent.
If you're going to get anything great in this life, you're going to have to become a freaking savage. I want you guys to work with so much passion and so much intensity and so much energy that people question why you're doing this. The reason why the 99% don't do it is because it's comfortable to not work your plan. It is very uncomfortable to work your plan because your plan was made to make you successful, and only uncomfortable being done gets you successful. Uncomfort pays. Comfort kills.
Every single day is a win or a loss. Did you do what you needed to do today? Because that's all that matters. And when you string enough wins in a row, you create a habit of winning. You are in control. There is no magic. There is no luck. It's one day at a time, one win at a time, until you make winning who you are.
It does not matter how long it takes. They reward you for being mentally tough.
The only way anything great ever gets done in this world, commitment, consistency.
Oh, imagine that, doing it every day? You're saying I can't do it anymore for 2 weeks and then quit?
Most of you in here, you're quitters. You don't have consistency, you don't have control, you don't have discipline.
You want to be a champion, but you don't want to work like a champion. I dare you to give 120% and stop choking. Most of you won't be successful, not because you can't do it, but you can't outlast your old you long enough to get to your new you. I challenge you just to give a month where you say, for 30 straight days, every practice I'm putting in 120%. When I'm tired, I'm gonna keep going. You can't buy discipline, you can't buy drive, you can't buy effort either.
No matter how hard you work, there is somebody inside of you that works even harder. No matter how dedicated you are, there's somebody inside you that's more dedicated. No matter how committed you are, there's somebody inside of you that's more committed. I'm trying to get you to push yourself to a point that you have never been to before. Because when you get to that point, you're gonna propel to another dimension of your life.
Can't nobody stop you but you. You're not average, stop acting like it. You're not average. Why you being average? You're not average. Why you being good when you're not good? You great. When you gonna step up to the plate? You're greater than that.
What could you be if you worked as hard as you could? What could you be if you imposed real discipline in your life? What could you be?
I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish. I want to see what I can do, what I can be, what I can have. I want to see what my life would look like if I didn't count the cost. You get to a point where you don't count the cost. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want. Every single day when I wake up, every minute of the day, every hour of the day, I have an opportunity to give 120%, to give blood, sweat, and tears. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity I have to reprove myself again, because the day you become content is the day you die. It's all or nothing. It's all day, every day. What you did last week don't count. Today is the only important day. You got 86,400 seconds in a day, and what you do today is going to determine how far you go. What do you do when 1,000 other people want exactly what you want?
Sometimes it ain't about who the most talented and gifted. When talent meets talent, talent is no longer enough. Now it's about who has character. Now it's about who has integrity. Now it's about who's dedicated, who's committed. Now it's about who's gonna show up on time. Now it's about who's willing to do extra.
It only takes one extra push-up. It only takes one extra mile. It only takes one extra grade. It only takes one extra effort. It only takes one extra something to get you to where you're trying to get to. And the goal is you gotta go a little further than the man who's trying to get what you're trying to get. You have to outwork them. You gotta outgrind them. You gotta get up earlier. You gotta stay up later. You gotta embody excellence.
So you gotta prepare yourself. You've got to develop yourself. You've got to practice. You've got to work. You've got to do your homework. You got to do your research. It's not easy, but through practice and practice and practice, practice makes improvement. And competency builds confidence. And confidence feeds into competency. See, the better you become, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the better you want to become. You can always better your best. You can always go beyond anything that you have ever done. You'll never hit a state of perfection. You're always bigger than what you do. You realize that you have no ceiling, that you can better whatever you've done so far. You can go beyond that. You don't become cocky and arrogant, feeling that you've already arrived, as most people have. No, as long as you're breathing, you got some more work to do. There's something else for you to achieve.
And I can tell you right now, there's going to be lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of times, in fact, the majority of the time, that you are not going to wake up in the morning and say, I can't wait. I can't wait to go get my... That's not going to happen. So you have to say, hey, I'm going to do this regardless of how I feel. I'm going to execute, even if I'm having a bad day, even if it's going wrong. Mine is getting done day in and day out. And that is the secret sauce about winning. Shift your mindset from, I got to feel like doing it, to it doesn't matter if I feel like doing it. I'm going to get it done anyway. Do you have the capacity to execute at a high standard when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it? Because when you don't feel like it is when everybody else quits. And that's when you widen the gap between yourself and everybody else. I'm competing against Joe down the street. And when he comes in on his 4 days and he doesn't feel like it, he does half-ass. But on my 4 days, I'm executing at the highest level because I've developed that skill set of discipline to do so. Over time, I'm going to widen that gap further and further and further away from that dude. And this is how the game works. It is legitimately a mathematical equation. How many days did you win? How many days did they win? It's not luck, it is math. And if you can push yourself to perform on a high level every single day of your life, regardless of how you feel, you'll look around and realize you're the winner.
It's hard. It's hard living your dream. It's hard changing your life. It's not easy reaching your goal. There are times when you're looking at it and you say, I know I need to do this, but I don't feel like it. I don't want to do it. See, most people want it easy. Easy come, easy go. It's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Because when we seek the low road, when we seek the easy road, when we decide to go through life evading or avoiding things because they're hard, that's when we are really evading our own greatness. See, you cannot discover yourself. You cannot discover the greatness that you have within you. You cannot begin to expose yourself to new parts of yourself, of talents and skills and abilities you have, going through life trying to make it by easily. You can't learn good horsemanship by riding a tame horse. It won't happen like that. Airplane has to have resistance of the air in order to fly. So in order for us to begin to do what we need to do, we need to embrace the fact that it's hard, not avoid it. You got to fortify yourself and say, come on with it. I've got to step into it.
Every freaking day of your life, live uncomfortable, run to pressure. Every single thing in your life that's hard, run to it. Get in it. Test yourself. That looks hard. Good. Go get in it. This is an opportunity for me to grow.
If you never step out of your comfort zone, you're going to be very uncomfortable later.
You're going to have a hard life at some point. Some of you guys, you're like, dude, I ain't willing to do that right now. Cool. Someone else less talented than you is going to do it. And then you're going to look up in 2 years and you're going to wish you'd have done it. Everything that you want and need in your life is always going to be on the other side of being uncomfortable. I need you to fall in love with being uncomfortable. Because the process of getting better at what it is that you do is painful. It's excruciating. And there's a reason why there is the phrase growing pains. Losers want to be coddled. They want to be comfortable so it doesn't ruffle their little delicate feathers. Winners, they're able to push their personal feelings aside. They say, you know what, so be it, I don't care. They want to be pushed and put through the pain because they know that going through that pain is going to produce the best possible product in themselves. They want results. And so the question is, are your feelings so delicate and so sensitive that you're going to let you getting your little feelings hurt get in the way of becoming what it is you wish to become? Or do you say, you know what, my feelings? If there's no pain, there's no gain.
You have to embrace the suck. When it sucks, embrace it. It's hard, good. That's part of it.
Like, yeah, this sucks, but it makes us awesome. Let's dig in, let's get better, let's skill up, let's use this to build our character, our strengths, our skills, our ability to win in the future. So all the things that suck right now, you're like, oh my God, I can't figure this out. It's gonna make you better.
Honor it. Your next level of success, that's what builds your character. But you don't get to it without the struggle. Stop bemoaning the struggle and celebrate it, something you endure, you engage with, you persevere for. Successful people, they love the process of hardship. They don't complain about it. Listen to your complaints. Our culture is dominated by complaint right now. Be the problem solver, the solution builder, be the leader, be the person who takes us to another level. That's your job. I'm no longer a complainer. I challenge myself to grow. You can't even go back. Because
you hear yourself complain. You're like, no, that's the small part of me. The big part of me builds.
Good takes work, and the hardest things in life are also the most rewarding. So every time you get a thought of how you want to achieve this great thing or do this great thing, you are selling yourself short of that experience that will ultimately dim the quality of your life for your entire existence.
I'm angry. I want it all, man. How are you gonna get it? I'm willing to work for it. So therefore I demand to get it. And I work harder and harder and harder. For once in your life, have some ownership, some credibility behind your actions and your words. Mean what you say, do what you say. Follow through for something for one time in your life. One time, follow through on what you say. You will feel a high that you've never felt before. When you follow through on things in life, guys, you achieve the confidence, the mentality that anything's possible.
Focus on your action because that's what matters, not your talk, not your doubts. It's all about what you do.
If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
Let your actions do the talking. Build the life that you actually want. Go after that you actually want. Relentlessly. Take pride in doing the hard nobody else will do. Take pride in working out in the elements when no one else is willing to do that. It doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So stop talking about how I'm thinking about doing it, but I don't know if No, you have the ability to do it. And you have to prove to yourself that you can do hard things. So what better opportunity and what fresher start do you have than right now?
Here's the truth. This is the reality. Nobody's going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's going to come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. The work is going to come before the belief, which means you're going to have to work for a long time by yourself with no applause, with no awards, with nobody telling you good job. Because if you really want to believe in you, go out and build something great.
I just beat me. This ain't about nobody else. Not about nobody else. I just beat me. If I can keep beating myself, then that means that I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to beat, and that's me. If I can continue to outdo me from the day before, then I'm ahead.
My number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You got to be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you.
I'm obsessed with improvement. Every day I'm getting better. There are those of you with phones, and every new phone that comes out, you get it. Every upgrade, you get it. Every piece of software, you get it. You are upgrading your technology, and you've not upgraded yourself. Your value system says you believe in sleep more than you believe in grinding. You are a consumer and not a producer. And if you're going to go to the next level, your values are going to have to change. We do not retreat. We do not give up. We do not surrender. And the reason why most of you are not successful is because every single time stuff not going your way, you give up, you quit, you let go, and people feel weakness. They feel it. You can feel when somebody's not committed, when they're not all in, when they're not dedicated. And there's another level you get to when you go all in. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream.
Every single day you wake up, you got to give it all you got. You got it 120%. Don't fool yourself into thinking that this year is going to be better than last year if you still making excuses. There are no excuses. You got to work for it. You got to put forth 120%. You can have it, you can be it, you can do it. But you got to accept the challenge. What are you doing to make your next effort your best effort? Are you reaching deep down inside to fight through everything that you're going through right now? Or are you settling to be where you are at this current moment? Now is not the time to complain. Now is the time to maintain that dream. You need to work an hour longer. You need to run just a little faster. You need to put 5 more pounds on the rack. That's the effort you need to be great. That's the sacrifice that you have to put in order for you to get to the next level that you need to be at, in order for you to be remembered.
What do you do when you feel like giving up?
When you feel like I don't have the energy to go one more step, I'm just gonna chuck it. I'm gonna give up on my marriage. I'm gonna give up on my job. I'm gonna give up on my dream. I'm gonna give up on my health. It's over. I'm done. Finished.
What do you do when you don't know what to do? And the things you should do, you don't do. And the things you shouldn't do, you do. It just seems like that my life is in shambles. It's a disaster. Nothing's working. What do you do? How do you get out of that? We all have shortcomings. We're all going to make mistakes. We're going to experience some disappointments and some failures. Why? That's a part of it. It goes with the territory of being a human being.
What do you do when you have no external motivation? It's about the internal. What do you say to yourself? How are you going to fire yourself up? What's that flame inside of you that keeps you going?
There are times you're going to want to give up. There are times you feel deserted. People will lie to you and you're going to run out of resources. That's a part of it. But that's how you grow. That's how you learn from life. So whatever you're experiencing right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass.
Look for the lesson in it all. You will grow through what you go through. The question is, are you willing to go through it?
I want to honor all the workers in here. The person that shows up, the person that grinds from the bottom and hits their rock bottom and still goes on. The person that's in the car wiping tears off their face and then still accomplishing the mission. Because I'm telling you right now, you might not feel it now, you might not see it now, but it's going to pay off in your life.
Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. I fail over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeeded. You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't.
You get to decide if I'm going to be rich, poor, mediocre, happy, sad. You have a decision to make, but you have to claim it. You have to expect it. You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way, that your thoughts can create things.
You gotta be able to see it when it cannot be seen. You gotta see it in your mind's eye. You have to see it happening. You have to see yourself writing a book before the book is finished. You have to see yourself graduating even though the teachers are telling you that it's not going to happen. You gotta see it, because if you can't believe in it, you will never manifest it. But when you believe in it, you demand the universe to assist you in what you're doing.
Before I leave this earth, the vision got to be done. That no matter what you're going through, you ain't gonna switch up. I'm telling you that you gotta be possessed with the vision.
You have to defeat the enemy. It's not the people online who don't like you. It's not the people that are judging you. It's not your past. It's not your circumstances. The enemy is an internal voice in you that's telling you that you're not good enough. The enemy is that fear. Even when your back's against the wall, you still say it's all. Even when you don't even have it figured out, you take what you know and you move forward with your life.
Stop running from it and run to it. You don't quit. You don't give up. Stop running. Stop running and face it.
Stop running, stop crying, stop running, stop giving up, and you go take the fight to them. Go to the heat. The sooner the heat, the sooner the dream. Because your success is on the other side of the problem. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize. I challenge you to push yourself. Go get it. Don't run from it no more. Go get it.
You gotta take that thing out. You gotta take the breath out. You gotta go get it.
When you taste these finer things of life, all the pain, all the work, all the sacrifice to get them is well worth it. If anything, it's a small down payment for the price and the reward you got. And once felt, how do you ever turn your back on it? Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there.
You set the tone for your life. Life happens to everybody, but winners approach it like victors and losers like victims. You're not a victim. Stop talking about I can't, I quit, I don't think I can make it happen, it's impossible. Stop talking like that. Stop cursing and start believing. And the only thing stands between your success, the only thing stands from you doing what you know you've been called to do. The only thing is you. Nobody can stop you. You're the only person that can stop you. So stop talking like a victim. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop acting like a victim. And walk into your destiny. Walk into it. You sitting there hoping things gonna get better. You gotta work. This don't happen on its own. It's brick by brick by brick. Where do I start? I don't know. Pick a spot and go get it. You can start the process right now of turning it all around. like getting up and getting to work. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not staying long enough to make something happen. You're not there long enough. You're not studying long enough. You didn't read a whole book and got what? I'd rather for you to read one page 100 times than read 100 pages once. You can't get enough from reading 100 pages one time. I'd rather for you to read one page 100 times, and I mean consume it in your life right now. The reason why you're not successful, you all over the place. You just taking the axe and just swinging it, and you wondering why you're not getting the results you want. Because what real students do is sharpen the axe first, and then they don't just hit the tree 1,000 times. They hit the tree 1,000 times where? In the same spot. You hitting it all over the place. You need to be intentional. You need to be deliberate about your thinking. I need you to think about what you're thinking about, because where your focus goes, your energy flows. You concentrate on winning. You concentrate on dominating. Nothing needs to change but your mindset. I don't need knowledge. I need specific knowledge. Stop thinking you deep because you reading and you studying. No, you need explicit knowledge.
Get focused on the target. The target is not the activity. The activity can change. It's what's the result I'm after. Clarity is power. The more clear you are on specifically what you want, the faster your brain can get you there.
True winners, they never lose focus. They always focus on the goal. They always focus on the process, and they always focus on being the absolute best that they can.
The reason why you stop and start, and you stop and you start, is because the goal is not meaningful enough. Who are you doing this for? That person that you think about has to be louder than the snooze button. So when you think about Granny, you gotta think about, do I hit the snooze button or do I get up and make it happen for Granny? It's not just about you. When you finally go after the stuff that you are afraid to go after, that's the stuff I'm talking about. I'm talking about going after the stuff that scares you. What are you going after? Or better yet, why aren't you going after it? All I need you to do is declare that yesterday was the last day that you were a loser. Like yesterday was the last day you expected to come up short.
You do the work now, and all that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere.
I made a decision, Pat, I truly want to find out what you're capable of if you're fully focused. Anytime in my entire life, I've been 100% focused, I've always won. Anytime. You have as well, by the way. So if you think about yourself, go back at any time in your lifetime, you've been focused for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, guaranteed you won, because it's a formula. And I knew most people weren't going to do it. I knew most people would get discouraged. I knew most people would get distracted. I knew most people were going to say, I have family issues, health issues, market issues, this isn't for me, it's not my passion. It's all this stuff that they make up because they simply don't want to do the work, because they're frightened of the work. Now you don't have to be that.
Most people have half their life all the time. I knew they were going to get tired. They were going to flinch. They were going to get down. They quit improving themselves. They start sleeping in. They spend all their damn money. I'm not going to do that stuff. I'm going to save money. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to stay relentless.
I don't alter my mission ahead. No one's with me, because I don't allow them to. It's got to be that way. It's got to be unconditionally focused.
I don't care about the party. I don't care about TV. I don't care about any of this stuff. 100% focused. I am not going to be distracted.
And every day you try to master it, be the best you can be.
Practice only makes improvement. Perfection doesn't exist. You can always better your best. You have not done your best work yet. Long as you're here, you have a chance to transcend yourself. Meditate on this stuff. Focus on this stuff. It don't mean negative things won't happen, but we're not focusing on it. We're going to focus on what's positive. We're going to focus on what's good. And when we focus on that, that's where our energy is going to go. I need you to take ownership of your thoughts.
Own your life, guys. You have every opportunity. There's no excuse not to be the hardest worker in the room.
And I guarantee if you put the right energy, the right effort, the right focus, it's only a matter of time.
With success, many will love you. The majority will despise you. And why is that? Because your success is shining down their missed opportunities. When they did it put all those thousands of hours in the lab with no one watching. So when the opportunity did come to show off what they've mastered and trained, they weren't ready for it. They were in self-control state, and they watched it go by, hoping it comes again. I don't know if it comes again.
What do you do about the negative person talking behind your back and trying to bring you down? Ignore and outperform.
Use it for fuel. Use it for energy. You got to block out them haters, man. You got to block out them naysayers. use everything this world has to give you for fuel.
So I want some action. That means when you wake up in the morning, there's 24 hours in a day. After you finish sleeping, I'm telling you to spend the rest of that time in action. And you're gonna separate yourself from everybody. Why? Because most people, all they doing is talk, 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 talk.
You don't get to be number one by doing just enough. You gotta have a level of dedication that no one else is willing to have. And you gotta want it more than anyone else does.
If a person leaves at 6, you leave at 8. If a person makes 100 calls a day, you make 200 calls a day. If somebody practices 3 hours, you practice 5 hours. If somebody practices 6 hours, you practice 8 hours. If someone reads 2 books, you read 4 books. Just do a little bit more.
You are going against the cultural norm of average, the cultural norm of sitting up, the cultural norm of all of this average. When you go against that, you are going to naturally have resistance.
We have 80% more that we're not tapping into because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this.
If you really want your dream to become a reality, you need to give it up and go all in. And you are not here because you are still not all in. When you give effort, don't give no 70% later. You give 120%. Extreme effort. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. You're not giving 120. You're giving 60. You're giving 50. And you won't with these people who's giving sweat, who's giving blood, who's giving tears. You want what they paid for, and it ain't free. When I put forth 120% effort, can't nobody stop me. You can't be good and be a legend. You can't be great and be a legend. You gotta be phenomenal. I want you to push for legend. Your problem is, if the conditions are great, you great.
When everything is favorable, you a beast. But when the conditions ain't right, you get smacked in the face. You gotta grow up.
You tell you something about the greats, we find a way to make it happen.
The hard life is the one that pays. You just gotta quit being so fucking weak.
You gotta be a morning person, afternoon person, night person. You gotta be when you feel good person, when you sick person, when you tired person. Can you give me 120 and despite everything that's going on, greatness is in you. But the problem is, somebody's gotta push you. Somebody's gotta give you a reward. Somebody's got a project. You're not self-motivated. You have to stay in beast mode. You don't get here by quitting when you're tired. You get here by quitting when you finish, when you're done. You don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you're done. You stop when you complete it, when you execute it. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Every single day, if you do what you say you're gonna do, you're gonna get what you dream to get. You gotta execute. You gotta execute. Execution is worship. If you want 120% results, then in every single area you're looking for this dream or this goal to become a reality, you gotta put forth the effort. I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I didn't get here off being smart. I didn't get here being talented. I got here off that dome. I never quit. I never stopped. I never gave up. We just kept doing what we doing. You got skill and you got will. Two total different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, to stay at the next level, you gotta have will. You have to compete. Every single game, you can give the same effort every game. This has everything to do with pride. You gotta take pride in that.
Your level of urgency and effort will dictate the level of changes you'll see.
Each level of hustle, of will, of action, of work is going to get you to a certain level, and then you're going to require more. It's going to take you evolving. You're going to have to expand. You're going to have to think differently. You're going to have to do different things. You're going to have to put in more work. You're going to have to read more. You're going to have to educate yourself more. You're going to have to do things that are going to help you create a new you.
See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen, you have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
I just want you to go a little harder, put forth a little bit more energy, give me a little bit more effort.
You keep going. You keep studying. You keep writing. You keep singing. You keep rapping. You keep boxing. You keep dribbling. You just keep on keeping on. It's your life. You are the captain of your ship. You are the master of your life. You can have it. You can do it. You can be it.
Make a list, execute the list, do that every single day for the next 10 years, and you will be where you want to be.
For most people, the easiest thing in the world to do is to give up and to quit. The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain. Don't take no effort. The easiest thing in the world to do is to be negative. It takes work to have a perspective that see things on the right side of the coin. You gotta fight for that. It takes work to show up every single day, and when things are not playing in our favor, to say, you know what, man, it might not playing in my favor right now, but I'm gonna still show up, and I'm gonna give everything I got to it because I value what I'm a part of. It takes work to have the right perspective. And I'm a firm believer that perspective drives performance every day of the week.
That ain't got nothing to do with talent. That's just got everything to do with effort. Nothing else. And the only thing that's kept me around is my effort. Because I wasn't the number one recruit. I wasn't the number one linebacker. I wasn't even in the media guy. All I ever knew was effort will get me seen on tape. Effort will get me noticed to get to the league. Effort would one day take care of my mom and my kids. Effort, which is between you and you. Nobody else can give you effort. Effort is with inside, man.
You're not going to be the best. You're not going to catch the best if you're not intentional and deliberate. And there are those of you in your space, and whatever you're trying to do, you don't even represent the best in your space, and you still not giving 120. It doesn't matter if you're interested. It doesn't matter if you're somewhat committed. It only matters if you're fully committed. Where are you in that spectrum? Where would you place yourself? Am I interested in this, committed to this, or am I fully committed to this? You can feel when somebody's not committed, when they're not all in, when they're not dedicated. And there's another level you get to when you go all in, when you do videos every single Monday and ain't nobody paying you. When you come to an engagement and you speak as if you're making the most you've ever made when you're not. When you get up at 6, when you don't have to.
Effort is isolated. The reason why effort is isolated, because nobody can dictate it. Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can make you run to the ball. Nobody else can make you finish a tackle. Nobody else can do it. When you finally figure it out, how to win real battles, it's found through fundamentals. That's what wins championships. That's what wins battles. Blocking, tackling, until they get tired. Because you don't know what tired feels like.
Tired don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
Nobody ain't got to convince me of what I do. I do what I do because I do what I do, because I'm built from something.
Because I'm pissed off for greatness. Because if you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you're okay with being mediocre.
Starting with a little dream, like building your business and saying, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to talk to people and I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to be extraordinary. Because the days slip into weeks, the weeks slip into months, the months slip into years. Before you know it, 1 year's gone by, 5 years have gone by. Well, 1 year's going to go by anyway. Why not get there world class in this business, world class in your life?
Champions are focused on the goal. They don't have time to be doing stuff that's not going to help them toward the goal. So all the little social media, cut it off. Cut it off. Get off of it. Stop Netflix. Who you watching? Watch you. Cut the TV off. It's going to be there. You got a job to do. That's what you're getting paid for. Have some pride.
Cut off the TV, son. Cut that doggone football game up. It ain't doing nothing for you. They making millions, you not. More stuff comes to you when you execute, son.
Do what you're supposed to do. You ain't no boy no more.
The only thing you do for success, there's no discounts. It's sweat, it's blood, it's tears. There is no discount. You can't get 50% off. It's sweat, it's blood, it's tears. There are no shortcuts to success. Stop thinking there are. And stop wanting people to put you somewhere that you didn't earn.
You can't be in love with the idea of success. You can't be in love with the results and not be in love with the work. You have to love the process. You have to love the daily grind. You have to love the lessons learned. You have to love the little victories. You have to love the experiences that the journey provides you. You have to love the relationships. You have to love the whole thing to produce the result that you are in love with. You got to do a lot that nobody ever sees or thanks you for or rewards you for a long time. And it's not just a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday effort. It's a lifestyle. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week commitment.
When I tell you to put forth effort, I'm talking about life and death. The effort that you put forth either is going to bring life to your finances, to your health. When you put forth effort, your money is going to look different when you put forth effort. You look different. And when you don't put forth that effort, it's death.
I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself.
I want you to feel your center right now, your strength. I want you to just inside yourself, promise yourself you're never going to settle. Never settle for less than you can be, do, give, or create. Hold a new standard that you're going to constantly strengthen your state, your focus, your physiology. All you got to decide is surround yourself with the right people. All you got to decide is what you're committed to, what's a must for you. Shift the belief, find what works. When it gets tough, get stronger, and give more. And if you do that each day with enough energy, I'm telling you, the stuff you once dreamed about will be a reality.
Every champion has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every winner has felt it. Every soldier has felt it. Every victorious person has felt it. The urge to quit. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream.
I want you to hold on. It may not happen in the time that you think is going to happen, but I want you to know something. If you quit, it's never going to happen. If you quit, if you give up, if you stop, if you do not persevere, you will never see it.
See, the thing is, for many people, they've tried the same path you're on, and they failed. As you walk this journey, you're going to see carcasses all over the place of people that didn't quite have it. That should inspire you because you got further than that person and that person. But you're not looking to get further than them, you're looking to finish.
I didn't get here through academics. I got here because I refused to quit. I said, I've been through enough pain, I got to get a reward for it.
So often, the key is that we just keep running. We stay positive, and we never give up. Life is not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a series of sprints combined with a boxing match. We're not just running, but we're getting hit along the way. And here's the key. Our optimism is a competitive advantage. Our belief, our positivity.
Why are we afraid of bloodshed? It might have to be some. It might have to be some crime and some separation and some letting go. It's okay.
All of these things that are happening to me right now, they're just temporary inconveniences. They're not stronger than I am. I'm in charge here.
Too often you have a dream of creating this or getting involved with there, but at the end of the day, sometimes this fear of will I fail, will I make it, will I achieve it, the challenge is learning to punch that fear right in its mouth. I'm talking about the fear of that voice in the back of your head that makes you think that you can't. And you know what, maybe you'll make a mistake, but you're failing forward. The thing that we have to continue to passionately, uncompromisably not give in on is the fact that I'm not staying stagnant. I'm moving forward because what I feed will grow and what I starve will die.
Every time you're doing what you're supposed to do and it don't look like it's supposed to look, and people get in your ear and all of a sudden you don't feel comfortable no more and you feel under pressure, instead of you going in the pocket and being who you're supposed to be, you start running another way. Why you keep crying about pushing through obstacles? Listen, you got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. You fight on the street, but when your teacher give you a math test, now you want to punk out. Somebody tell you to write a 5-page paper, now you scared. Don't back up on no test. You approach the test the same way you approach somebody who approach you on the streets. You don't quit, you don't give up, you don't run. Stop running from it and run to it. Stop telling me what you're going through. The greats, they get to it, they go through it. Stop running and face it. And the harder it is, the better.
Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't try and stop and pull people out the race to come look at blood dripping down your face. Don't feel sorry for yourself and try and organize a pity party. The shock's a part of the program. It's necessary that you develop stickability, that you take a stand, that you dig in. It's necessary to know there are going to be some difficult times, that when you are in transition, there's going to be a drop in your energy. You're going to be tired. That's why it's so important that when you get up in the morning, when your feet hit the ground, you stand up, getting up. All right, life, I'm ready for you. I'm fortifying myself. I'm meditating. I'm reading my goals. I know it's possible, and I know it's necessary that I put myself stuff to the test. So I'm coming out here. I know I'm going to have to take some blows to find out how strong I am. Can I stand up? I know I'm going to experience some rejection and disappointment. I know I'm going to have some cash flow problems, some relationship problems. I know there are going to be some hard decisions to make. I know there are going to be some moments when I don't know what to do, that things are going to be so uncertain that I'm going to feel overwhelmed and feel like I can't handle it. I know I'm going to experience all of that. Why? It's necessary. It's a part of life. All of that will create you into a certain kind of person. That as you go through that experience, what you become in the process, the goal itself will be anticlimactic. You'll discover a part of you that you did not know was there. So you can look yourself in the mirror with respect.